What's for dinner? Anniston chefs have some suggestions.
The hottest temperatures so far in 2023 coming to East Alabama this week. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
It's game week for football season. We'll talk about it coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Good evening, and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Monday, August 21st, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Today marks the beginning of Downtown Anniston's Restaurant Week, a joint effort by local establishments that are offering unique dishes and other special menu items now through Saturday. EAN News spoke with Carla Eden, Executive Director of Main Street Anniston, about this week's festivities.
So Restaurant Week is a date that we've set aside to highlight all of the restaurants in our downtown district. We've got restaurants from West 15th all the way over here to Besito's Mexican Kitchen on the corner. We've got 8 different restaurants that are being highlighted and featured. Each of them have their own thing that they've got going on. Some of them have daily specials and some of them have a weekly special.
Eden says Restaurant Week isn't just about food, it's a celebration of community, culture, and connection.
Meanwhile, Anniston's Main Street program brought home 5 of the top awards given out last week at the annual meeting of Main Street Alabama in Huntsville. The awards of excellence given to Anniston were the Main Street Hero, Excellence in Public-Private Partnership, Excellence in Marketing, Excellence in Planning in Public Space, and Excellence in Reinvestment.
A city official said Monday that Whataburger is moving forward with plans to open in Jacksonville. The national hamburger chain announced in January that it would put a store on the location of the old food outlet on Pelham Street. It remains unclear when the restaurant plans to open its doors, but last week the company submitted blueprints to city officials for review, according to city spokesman Ben Nunley. The Texas-based company has expanded its reach in Alabama over the last decade with locations in the popular Alabama college towns of Auburn and Tuscaloosa. According to the company website, Whataburger operates 31 restaurants in Alabama, with the nearest one in Leeds.
And when we come back, we'll tell you about some after-school opportunities in Anniston.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Parents of Cobb Preparatory Academy students who need after-school care may now sign up for the program at Carver Community Center. It's designed to serve children in grades K3, K4, and K5. The program is available Monday through Friday from 2:30 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. The registration fee is $25. After registration, parents have a choice of paying a weekly fee of $15 or a monthly fee of $50. Spots are limited, so parents are encouraged to contact Miss Pat, Carver Director, at 256-231-7630 as soon as possible. When we come back, Anniston police are asking for your help in finding a missing woman.
Well, my name's Mike Craven, and we recently purchased an open carport, metal carport from Waldrop Manufacturing. I have an extra car. We have a very small home, very small driveway, and I needed somewhere just to park another vehicle, just out of the weather. And I had been told by 2 or 3 friends that knew we had recently remodeled a home that Waldrops were the people that you need to go talk to. I was in that area one day and I thought, hey, I'll just stop in, and I did without calling, and greeted warmly, well taken care of. It was just, really the whole process was just good from day one.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
APD is investigating a missing person. Her name is Veronica Craig. She is 48 years old, 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighs 150 pounds, and has brown eyes and black hair. She left Regional Medical Center around noon last Wednesday, and police say she suffers from a mental illness. She may be on foot or asking for rides, and police say she may be trying to get to someplace in Gadsden. If you have knowledge of her whereabouts, please call 911 or the Anniston Police Department at 256-240-4000.
Last week, workers from Davis Fish Farms delivered a truckload of fish to the lake, 3,200 copper-nosed bluegill, 800 channel catfish, and 20 grass carp. It's the first part of a plan from the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources to preserve the lake's health. The study of the 8-acre lake was requested by the McClellan Development Authority, which plans to follow up on more recommendations soon. Lake Yahoo is currently catch and release only, but the MDA plans to allow select harvest days once the fish mature. A $5 permit is required to fish at Lake Yahoo, which can be purchased from the MDA office at 4975 Baines Gap Road. So my question, in this really hot weather, is this a good time to go fishing or not? Do the fish, do they hide in the shady area? Maybe you
Well, I'll be honest with you. I am not the girl to ask about fishing. I have no idea.
And nor am I. But John Holder is an expert in just about everything. I know he's going to tell us what the weather is, and let's just see if he knows something about fishing. John?
Well, Mike and Katie, I'm not a fisherman, but I would guarantee whatever you're doing outdoors this week in East Alabama, it is going to be hot. We'll tell you how hot coming up next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
It was hot today, obviously, across East Alabama again. But this 95-degree temperature that we had for a high today, that is going to be our coolest high temperature all week long. That is an indicator of the heat that is coming. We started off this morning at 72 degrees. Both of those temperatures above average, and those numbers are going to rise throughout the week. Record high temperature was actually 106 back 40 years ago today in 1983, the record low 58. And the days continue to get significantly shorter. 6:10 your sunrise on your Tuesday morning, sun setting tonight at 7:23. Weather on your street. Going to take you out to Oakland Avenue in Blue Mountain. It will be hot all the way until sunset. We're talking temperatures still in the 90s even when the sun sets tonight. So a very warm evening coming up. This low temperature of 73 out in Blue Mountain, that will not be until early tomorrow morning. On your Tuesday, we're going out east to Ranburg and east to west all across East Alabama. It is going to be extremely hot. The heat continues on Georgia Avenue in Ranburg. No rain, no clouds. 97 for the high tomorrow. Heat index values out in Cleburne County will be around 105 to 106 on your Tuesday afternoon. And as we look at the rest of the week, the hottest temperatures of 2023 around 100. The rest of the time this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we will be flirting with 100 every day. Sunbelt Parkway, that's the road that leads to Silver Lakes Golf Course. Golfers, I don't know. It's going to be very, very tough out there. Maybe early in the morning, maybe late in the evening, it might be bearable. But in the middle of the day, it is going to be extremely hot. Again, temperatures around 100 the rest of the week with heat index values between 105 and 110. Here are those exact numbers in our 7-day forecast. You see that 100 in red on Wednesday, 99. We're trying to be optimistic on Thursday and Friday. High school football begins on Thursday and Friday, and we'll begin with temperatures at kickoff in the 90s across East Alabama. Some games are starting to be pushed back across the state as far as the kickoff times. We'll be watching that during the week, but regardless of whether it's 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock, it is still going to be hot out at the high school football games. The heat continues into the first half of the weekend. On Saturday, 98 degrees for JSU's home opener with kickoff time at 4:30 in the afternoon. That's not going to change because of television. And then maybe a little bit of relief coming in the back half of the weekend. By Sunday, temperatures back down to 93. And finally, for the first time in a long time, we'll introduce a small rain chance on Sunday afternoon, about 20%. Same way on Monday, and even cooler. The high might not touch 90 degrees by Monday afternoon, again with just a 20% chance of a shower or a thunderstorm. Let's look at the forecasted temperatures for tomorrow across central and south Alabama, reaching all the way down from southeast Alabama and the Wiregrass to northwest Alabama on the I-22 corridor. 97 the predicted high in Hamilton tomorrow, the same temperature that we're going to have here in Anniston. And then you see the 100s starting to creep into Alabama. 100 in Montgomery, Selma, Troy, very close to that in Auburn, Eufaula, and Demopolis. These numbers are going up across the state, including here in East Alabama as we move through the week. We mentioned high school football. It's coming. Games happening Thursday and Friday. Here's Chase Robinson with all the details. Chase?
Thanks, John. Today we are officially in game week for high school football. We have a number of games happening in week 0 beginning Thursday night. Looking at games involving East Alabama teams, Saxon-Ohatchee will open up the season Thursday night. Also, Etowah goes to Springville and Coosa Christian travels to Geraldine. On Friday night, the Alexandria Valley Cubs go on the road to Cherokee County. Welborn will travel to Anniston. Donahoe plays host to Weaver. Jacksonville goes on the road to Boaz. Lincoln will take on Talladega. Munford hosts Childersburg. Oxford goes on the road to McAdory. White Plains goes on the road to Ranburne. Southside will travel to Guntersville. And Spring Garden goes on the road to Sandrock. Just a few more days before the season starts, and so a few more teams to preview. Tonight we'll preview the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets will have a lot of experience on the field this season compared to the last few years. Even though there aren't a lot of seniors, there are more third-year starters on the field this year.
We got 15 total returning starters. Okay. So there'll be a lot more experience out there. I still wouldn't say that we're a senior-heavy team. We've got 19 seniors, which is a good number. Yeah. But I'd like for that number to be up a little bit higher. Yeah. But I think the experience that our guys have had in the previous years hopefully will pay off for us in these weeks to come.
Yeah. One of those players coming back for the Yellow Jackets is quarterback Mason Mims. Mims is coming into his junior year and worked in the offseason to get faster and stronger, and Coach Adams has liked what he's seen from his quarterback.
He's had a phenomenal offseason from a physical standpoint. He's about 20 pounds heavier than he was last year in a good way. Strength has shot through the roof. His velocity on his throws has increased greatly. That's just going along with the physical strength gains. Naturally you're going to be able to throw the ball a little harder. He's continued to get better and better on just going through the progressions and understanding where the ball should go. And I think that's really his biggest strong point is just being able to distribute the ball to the place and the guy who it's supposed to go to, and to not get caught with the ball in his hands very often.
Oxford will open up the season this Friday night on the road at McAdory. As fall comes in, another sport that'll be beginning this season in the coming weeks is cross country. There's experience coming back on both the men's and the women's team for Jacksonville State, and this is a new era for cross country as well as they'll begin competing in Conference USA. Head coach Jeremy Province talks about the team seeing that they can compete at the Conference USA level.
Starting to see that, it's a lot of work. It's a full commitment, but when you buy into that process, you buy into the work that it takes. Like the results are going to come, and there's some talent on both sides of the roster. So, yeah, I think just growth is the biggest thing. We're going to take it meet by meet, practice by practice, try to get a little bit better each day. But really, getting at least believing that we can compete at the Conference USA level.
And that's it for sports. Let's send it back over to Mike and Katie.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News.
You can find us here online every weekday evening starting around 6:30 on either Facebook or YouTube. Just go to our video feed and watch the news whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.